Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like the On Course Podcast, a show where they help you to tackle various questions related to abroad studies, like which university to choose or how to navigate the application process.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is a new episode of the TFG Indian Football Podcast, and today we're going to have our draft in the studio today because we have everyone, Chiranjeet, Kevin and myself, and we're going to pick teams, we're going to pick our players. But I think this is the most important draft. More important than Sunday.
Money bags with us.
This is the best, greatest, most popular slave market in 21st century.
Exactly. That's happening right here in our studio. If you want to join us, come on, join us. Now, we know what's happening, what's coming on Sunday. It's a big day, which we all do not also like. We also are not with it, but unfortunately it's happening. So we have to cover it, talk about it, and we will also do live tweets about it as well. But today, as I said, we shall have our thoughts, our takeaways, what we are trying to do, and we're going to have a mock draft. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go the way it has been stated, like it's out there everywhere, the way it's going to happen. So Jamshedpur FC, the new team, they will be having their say. It will be first team on the first round. They will get a chance to pick. So
first round kitna hai? Tata hai. There's
Tata and Delhi is
Tata and Delhi.
And I think Pune is also there in the first
Pune
round.
is second
round pe. Acha.
So now we have two players in from the draft, like big names, Anas Eratodika and Eugenson Lindo, which is unfortunately not retained by any of the teams. Which is pretty surprising. But here they are in the draft for the teams to be picked. So do you see Jamshedpur going for them? And they are highly priced, 1.1 crore among the draft. So, Kevin?
So both Indian national and India cap players. So I think they would go for both of them, Anas and Lindo.
They can go for both of them.
They can go. Of course
they can't. How?
Of course.
Because
if you
two
spend
players
on
ko
that,
thodi pick kar sakte hain.
Yeah. If you spend on that, they have
They
other
have got an
categories.
entire
I mean,
academy.
you're saying nobody else will pick Anas if Tata picks...
See, it will be a joke if Delhi Dynamos get an Anas, because anyways...
Why not?
Because they could have retained him right there.
Yeah, but they would have had to spend more money.
It's really not that much.
And 1.1 crore. If
1 plus crore only falls to two players, that's Lindo and Anas.
Yeah.
And they had the chance of retaining Anas. I think it wouldn't have been much difference if they had retained and then went to the...
It would have been. Maybe it could have gone up to 1.5 crore.
Because if they're in need of Anas, they could have retained him that easily. What if Jamshedpur takes him away?
This is where the market is screwed up. Okay? Anas Eratodika wants to play in ISL. Okay, almost everybody wants to play in ISL, but he does not get to entertain like open offers from everybody. Okay, so if Delhi Dynamo says, "Hey, we want to retain you," then he can negotiate with them and say, "मेरे को इतना पैसा चाहिए, उतना पैसा चाहिए." If they don't say that, he cannot just say, "अच्छा, maybe Pune wants me, maybe FC Goa wants me." Okay, there is no provision like that. Open market thing doesn't even happen.
If budget was a constraint, they could have just gone and retained Anas himself, just one player.
Yeah.
That was enough. But it'll be really a big joke on Delhi Dynamos if
they will save money.
See, this would be a fixed price. Now, just like Sandesh Jingan was fighting to... Yeah. There was a big negotiation between him and Kerala. Kerala wanted him desperately. Sandesh wanted that amount that he was asking for. Because if probably Jingan would have gone into the draft and he would be priced at the price that they got him, because he wanted a higher amount. That's why he said, no, I will go for the draft. But in Kerala, then
if Delhi said, if they wanted to keep Anas Eratodika on an open signing, imagine how higher the price would be.
It wouldn't have been as costly as two players retaining.
Yeah,
they
but it probably would have been 1.5. So if, assuming Tata goes for...
Anas is priced because he is regular in the national team.
Yeah, and he's invaluable.
He's a hot prospect right now. He's in a hot form.
And he's going to be there for the next 5-6 years. You can bet on that.
Exactly.
But again, he's not as, as hot pick as Sandesh Jingan is.
But Sandesh Jingan got retained.
Yeah.
He was not even available in the open market.
What is the price that he went for? What is his contract?
About
just about a crore.
Yeah.
Just about a crore.
Yeah.
why wouldn't it make sense to Delhi Dynamos? Why wouldn't it make sense for Delhi to keep one player and then go into the draft and get somebody?
Because let's say they have the second pick. They know that. Yeah? There's not a big chance that Jamshedpur FC will go for Anas Etodika first.
Yeah.
Yeah? If they go, Delhi Dynamos get Eugene Lingdo. If they don't go for him, they get to keep Anas Etodika. So they know they have the preference line right there. And they get to save like some 40-50 lakhs in the process. Because if Eugene or Anas, you want to sign them from open market, it would have been at least 30-40 lakhs extra. And because you have a 18 crore restriction and probably like 5.5 crores, on the Indian players, so they will fight for every lakh. Just try to keep it down. So I think that's why they
because
would
even considering the fact that you have the under 22 prospect, the under 21, all of that categories as well, you will also want to smartly pick the big names, because I remember when Ishwak was talking, even leaving aside the big names that have been retained, we still have good number of players in that draft who's gone to the draft. So if you pick one and then you're like, oh, I'm a little cut on, now who do I go next? So you'll have to sacrifice on the other players as well. As much as you want a defender like Anas, or say a midfielder like Lindo, but you'll also want good players in the other category like under 22 or under 21, because the other players, whoever have retained them, are the people who've done justice to their role. So that's why they've been retained. So I think here's where the management will have to be a little tricky and use probably you go with like numbers and stuff which they haven't, otherwise, because it's a drafting and you have to check on your
So
purse.
then, how do you go about this? What do you say Jamshedpur will go with? First pick.
Look, Jamshedpur, I think gut says Eugene Lingdo. Yeah, because anyway, like off form, but still he's great for the national team. And if he did not fire at Pune City, does not mean he will not do the same at Tata, where he will probably get a much better setup, right, under a much better coach. But they may also go with Anas. I'm pretty sure in the first round, both these players get picked.
Yeah. That's
Anas and these guys.
That's there.
Because it's two big names and one new team and one other big team is in the have got the chance to go in the first round. So otherwise it's going to be haywire and it's going to be a chaos, because nobody will want to let these two players go.
No,
right?
imagine if Jamshedpur picks one of them and then Delhi goes for somebody else. Then Jamshedpur gets the other guy as well.
But again, it hits
It's
the
again
budget.
the budget.
Hits the budget.
You
You go
can't
about
go-
2 crores for two
But
players.
you have a good midfielder, you have a good defender as well.
That's
You
what I'm
can
saying.
go for cheaper strikers.
So exactly.
You can take Keane Lewis. 40 lakhs, you'll get a super quality, versatile midfielder plus winger. And he can play up front as well. And you can then focus on bringing in a couple of good foreign strikers. It's the Indian players who will always make the difference. Especially because the numbers have gone up for Indian players.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to make sure your Indian core is all right. And this is the advantage. You can supplement it with your foreign signings. And most of the money is still there for foreign signings. Right? And remember, it's very much possible to get cheaper foreigners who will provide good service, if you don't go for big names. And I think Jamshedpur FC will be pretty smart regarding that. They may not go for like super big names, but they will go for good utility players. And they won't have any problem with the budget.
Now, let's stick to these two teams, now since we're talking about them. I hope we all are looking at the sheet there where all the names, all the players are being listed. Who do you think they would go for? Let's assume these teams have taken, Lindo and Anas have been picked by the respective teams. Who do you think that they would look for? Would Delhi go for Kane Lewis?
Next pick is Jamshedpur FC again.
Yeah, so first Jamshedpur goes, then Delhi, and again Jamshedpur.
Yeah. So I would say pick up either Lewis, and considering if they have already picked up a midfielder, either go for Lewis or take Subrata Paul.
Yeah, I was just coming to that because both teams will try to fix up a goalkeeper position before they go on for an outfield position. Because that's the main thing in your squad selection. You need a proper goalkeeper, and here Subrata Paul is hot pick, total hot pick. Again, I have a feeling that Albino might be picked, especially in Jamshedpur, because they might come along with some sort of a young team, because they have the backing of the academy. So you expect some players to graduate from that academy to this team. I'm not saying a big percentage, but somewhat. So a goalkeeper is really required to get your defenses stronger. So that might be the next pick for Jamshedpur.
I don't know. I see a Tata return for Subrata. I think he was there for Tata Football Academy at one point. So who's next then?
Okay, and now in the line we see FC Pune City, who have only retained one player. That's why they get a chance the next, and they've retained the services of Vishal Keth. So who do you see them going? Do you all see them spending big here because they've only chosen retained one player?
They will try to go for at least one big name. And obviously, because they got a good goalkeeper, they will probably try to get a good defender.
Okay.
To back that up, because I can see that mentality forming. You have a good goalkeeper, you have a good Indian defense, then you try to get a good foreign attack. So Pritam Kotal maybe.
Okay.
So if Pune City are going, I can see this mentality forming. You get a good Indian defense and you supplement it with a good foreign midfield and attack if you can. So they will probably go for a really good defender, and who else other than Pritam Kotal can top that list?
I think FC Pune City might go for Lenny.
Lenny?
Because he's played for them.
Yeah.
He almost got his place fixed in the Bengaluru squad. He's got experience in the Continental Championship as well. So he's there up for grabs. So I think they might just go for Lenny, because he's not the star name, but he's played with FC Pune City, and he's still a kind of a player who can change things around in the midfield.
Yeah, a guy like him for 60 lakhs. How was he last season? I don't really think he did that well.
He was decent for Pune City, you mean?
Yeah.
He was decent.
He was okay.
I think he's more he's been known in this season that he played for in the I League, and
I really want him to go back to FC Goa. It would be awesome. I'm just, because they've lost their Brazilian spine, I just want a lot of Goan flavor in FC Goa. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, well, let's see. Now, coming up next now, it's like a series of teams will start bidding in now, okay? Because everybody's going to start. Bengaluru FC is in action. We have Atletico de Kolkata. Oh, is it still Atletico de Kolkata?
It's probably still Atletico de Kolkata.
And we also have FC Goa. There you go, Chiranjit. So do you think FC Goa is going to go for Lenny Rodriguez here?
Yeah, they can go for him if he's still available. If nobody else has picked him, they should definitely go for him as one of their first picks. You can also go for Rovilson Rodriguez. He's one of the cheaper picks at 20 lakhs. You can also, if you're not going for a particularly Goan flavor, you want to spread it around, then Abhishek Das is also a good choice. I see, every player who's, let's set that range, okay? Every player within 25 to 40 crores will probably be picked within the first 4 rounds. Because these are all pretty good names. You got Keane Lewis in that range, you got Alvin George, you got Abhishek Das, and, Laltuan Mavia Ralte. I'm quite happy for him. He's making some money now. Lalchuan Mavia is there as well. So all of them are good utility players who can go the distance.
Right.
And there is a huge amount of fitness level in that group. Yeah, and because they're not all big superstars yet, they're not that expensive as well. But if you are looking to build a team with some star foreign names, or your Spanish flavor or whatever it is, these are the right kind of guys to supplement that. Okay, so if a team goes for these players, they will be making a lot of bank, and may even pay off when the season starts.
If you were on the table of FC Goa, are you on the same lines of what Chiranjit said? Because they've written the service of Kattimani and Mandara. So would you see them going for a Goan flavor and getting some local players?
Probably Adil Khan. So he's played for Churchill Brothers, and he was outstanding there. If they really want to go with the local Goan talent, so Adil Khan will be one of the top local picks. But again, he's not among the top most expensive players. So they probably might go for someone expensive and with some national experience.
Okay.
Probably a midfielder.
Okay. Fair
not,
point.
Not sure who they can pick. It's a lot of variety.
You got like some 200 players here, and you can maximum go for like 145 to 150. These are like they've got everybody other than Arnab Mandal and some other big a couple of big names. Everybody's there.
So they have a chance to pick some Goan flavor then probably over there. Now, just for our listeners, there will be the reason why we are not sticking to the rounds is because there'll be a lot that'll be taken, that'll be done tomorrow, Saturday evening, which to decide how the things go about. So we're just sticking to teams and giving our picks, how we see that. As much as we've known the players and the teams, we're talking about how the teams will pick and who will they go for. Now coming back to Atletico de Kolkata, if their name is that, so they've retained big names like Debjit and Prabir Das. So they have no under 21 players yet. And how do you see that going about?
I think they might want to go for Balwant.
Okay.
Simply because they like the East Bengal and Mohun Bagan players.
But do you think that they will go for another big name?
Yeah, why not? It's even if they have to get a lot more, lot more pricey foreigners now that Atletico de Madrid is not with them. Maybe they will tie up with somebody else and they will get relatively cheaper foreigners again. They still need that local appeal to make people turn up. Okay, and there's no substitute of that than taking in players who are very familiar and dear to the local population.
Right.
So I see them going for even Avram Mondal as a second goalkeeper.
Okay.
Behind Debjit. He's just there for 10 lakhs. So that's easy pickings. They will probably get just one chance to pick up a big name. So I don't think they get both Bikas Jairu and Balwant, because somebody else will pick him up before the next turn comes. Lalrindika Ralte also is another good choice, but I don't see him lasting for that.
What about have you anyone picked Baljit Sani? Do you think 80k going?
No. How much is he now? At 37 lakhs. He's probably gonna go with one of the newer teams.
Okay.
Let's say Jamshedpur FC might want him, or Pune City, because some familiar people are there already. But I am actually interested in seeing who's gonna go for these particular few names. Mehrajuddin Wadu. Maybe Chennai FC will want to keep him.
80k I feel might just try to grab the services of Mehta Hussain.
Yeah, but Mehta wanted to play at Kerala Blasters, and if Kerala Blasters get a chance, first pick Mehta Hussain is still there, they take him. No
I think
way.
Again it might have not gone again to the negotiation that the club and player might be wanting that price set. So that's the reason they've entered the draft at a very high price.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mehta Hussain had a price like that set because he had interest from multiple teams already. That's why they put the price that high. Same thing with these other players as well. So you don't expect them to last. But how about Haukip?
Not a bad choice at all.
If Delhi or somebody one of the early rounds,
if he's still there,
somebody picks up Kane Lewis or something, then he's a good backup.
Yeah.
If you need a good Indian winger, if you're not going for an all foreign attack, pick him. If Lewis is gone, if Balwant is gone, go for him. And Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary.
Yeah, very much.
Who do you think, anybody who has not retained a goalkeeper will want somebody like him? Yeah. So Delhi and who else?
Kerala.
I think those who already
Tata.
retained players as goalkeepers, they'll probably have somebody again who's not played for the India team, but has proven himself in the I-League or the ISL. So that will be a choice for those teams which have picked goalkeepers. But again, they leave it to the end. they won't have easy picking, the early pickings for goalkeepers.
Yeah, but let's say ATK are not going for Subhashish Rajodri. They've already got
Debjit, yeah.
Vishal Kait is there in Pune City. They're
There's
not going to go for
Bengaluru
him.
who has no keeper. There is Kerala who has no keeper. So
So-
these two,
So Bengaluru, Kerala, Jamshedpur or Delhi.
Delhi.
One of these. And because Jamshedpur and Delhi have a good chance to pick up Subrata,
Yeah.
let's say he goes to either Kerala or Bengaluru. I think that's my bet. But what about the under-23 player who was so good for India just the other day?
German
Preet.
Preet Singh, the
Minerva
Minerva product.
Punjab.
I think he'll be that in that particular category. He'll be a hot pick because you're seeing him right now. Like
Severely, like under-23.
Yeah.
You know he's a national team prospect and he's just
Exactly.
12 lakhs.
Yeah.
Delhi should go for him if they want to do some smart business.
Yeah.
And he's a Singh as well, so North Indian appeal. Obviously, you want to get more people into the stadium. Delhi needed big time, but Robin Singh as well.
Robin Singh.
We totally forgot him.
For me, he feels best fit only at Delhi or FC Goa.
Yeah.
so, you don't see any other teams will go for
I
it.
don't think so, because he's again a star name, but who will not deliver according to like a consistent basis. He again, we've seen how he's used at the national level as well. He comes on as a substitute at times, and he's there just to disrupt. He's not a goal scorer. He can just attract the attention of the
Get in
defenders.
those lucky goals.
Yeah.
Just be there to touch the ball.
Yeah, that's what it's good for. But again, he's a star name.
Yeah.
So there are very few teams who would want him because his price is heavy.
65 lakhs. Not that heavy as well. I mean, Pritam Kotal is more expensive than Robin Singh.
He's also a better
Pritam-
player than
Pritam
in
Kotal
wherever
is
he is.
23.
But again, you're dissing on Robin Singh, but if he gets his touch going, he can be lethal.
Of course he can be.
Lethal.
But
if you-
we've seen his game time. He's
Yeah.
not got much game time. Most of the time he's been injured.
Yeah.
And he's only got like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of show. So you don't know really. Now coming to this interesting team, moving ahead to Bengaluru FC. Okay, before we talk about them, their seniors retained are Sunil Chhetri, Udanta Singh. Their under 21 players retained are Nishu Kumar and Malsum Zwala. Who do you think they're going to go for?
I think they might go for Arindam Bhattacharya, who was there in their team.
Okay.
And probably not the first choice keeper, but
Okay.
they might try to keep him. Or even
Fair
Albino
point.
Gomes.
Yeah, if he's not yet sold, then if he's not goes,
Yes,
I think great picks, because knowing the fact that Amrinder's already gone, they would really need one good Indian keeper. And fair point, Chiranjit.
They probably will lose out on Eugenson. Right?
Yeah, I think by the time they enter, they
Because
will
they're
be
entering
sure.
only in the third round. So
Eugene Sin and Anas, there's no chance that they go past the first round.
if they
They
do,
will
there's
be-
big mistakes by the teams. We are sorry to say that.
Yeah.
You just lost it right there. I feel like if they're still there, they would still be hot picks, and you don't
No,
never
I'm
know.
just trying to consider who would be a Eugenson replacement here. Maybe.
Khabra.
They could go for him because he was part of them.
Yeah.
He did play for Bengaluru and not a bad season. Whenever he was on the field, he did really put up a good show.
He was not that bad, but they will also want to, see the
They want to
Indian
solidify
signings.
the midfield.
Yeah, the
because
Indian signings are more important for Bengaluru FC than anybody else because they've got to play in the AFC Cup
Right.
this season and next season,
Right.
and there they cannot rely on foreigners making up whatever is left over. So maybe they go for Lenny. Maybe
What
they
if
go
I'll
for
get these two
Shankar.
players again once again? Jayesh Rane and Ashutosh. Let's put Jayesh in the front because he's
please
played. So
don't
do you
put
think
Ashutosh
Jayesh?
right at the beginning, because I don't think he's going so easily.
What about
he-
Jayesh?
Yes.
Do you see
very
Bengaluru
much.
going for him? Knowing the fact that he was with Aizawl, had a great season, won
Could
the
be,
trophy.
but not Bengaluru FC material. Some other team, not Bengaluru.
So who else has a chance? That golden chance. Everybody wants to be part of Bengaluru FC these days. They know.
I'll tell you. Dom Sahil Krishe de Norona e Tavora. Who's gonna pick it up? I just want to see who's gonna stand up, take the mic, and say this name. Dom Sahil Krishe de Naranja e Tavora. Yeah, 6 lakhs. For 6 lakhs, I will say that name all day long. He's not that bad also.
Yeah, he had a great season with FC Goa, right? The last season. So I think these familiar names, the teams that are familiar with, they might, and if they think they can, get them back, because both understand each other's game and conditions. So, just like Kevin made a point saying like Bengaluru might go for Kabra, because they know each other for now. And or looking at FC Goa and Tavora. So probably since he's priced at that low and you want a player and you know him, he's done a decent job.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be some names like that as well.
I'll tell you, like, there are some very novelty players in the list this time. You got Syed Rahim Nabi. Do you think anybody other than ATK will go for him?
Why even ATK?
No, because he's got the name recognition.
Yeah.
But I sort of question him simply because he was playing for Mumbai FC. Before even the season began, he just left the team and went to contest an election. And then he was playing for Peerless in the Calcutta Football League.
Yeah.
Like, are you even kidding me? Like, who leaves the season to contest an election? And just because he lost, he came back to football. If he had won, he probably wouldn't have come back. So here you have him back here, 32-year-old. Allegedly 32-year-old officially, and he's priced at 10 lakhs, and he hasn't really had much of an action for the last year or so. So either he goes unsold or Atletico de Kolkata picks him for the name recognition. I don't think anybody else will go for him.
Yeah. Now moving ahead, we have Kerala Blasters. Now they've retained the services of CK Vineeth, Sandesh Ringan, and the under 21 player Prashant. So now they are in desperate need of a keeper. They will definitely look for an Indian goalkeeper. Kevin.
Keeper.
Their first pick will probably be a keeper.
Yeah. So what if the names that we've already picked, we just have to assume that they're not gone.
Abhishek Das, pretty good. Is Sandeep out there?
Sandeep Nandi is there.
Yes, he's there.
He's played for
36 lakhs. I think Sandeep Nandi would be their first pick.
Yeah, Kerala
because
should go for him.
nobody else will pick him
But
at this point.
Is he a 90-minute man?
Yeah.
He can. Oh yes, he is.
Yeah,
he's
at 42.
Look, goalkeepers don't age the same way as other players. Okay, and the way he has maintained himself, it's pretty obvious. He was facing Mizoram 11 against FPAI.
Yeah, those are fresh legs, right?
Yeah, and that is probably one of the best teams in the country. So yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was a regular prospect for Kerala last time.
And they might want to develop that relationship that they have.
Yeah,
he
was also part of the senior mentor, so they definitely would want him up there. Who else do you think Kerala would go for?
There's Jackie Chand and there's Satya Sen. Jackie Chand for 55 lakhs. Satya Sen for 50 lakhs, and you have a award-winning combo, award-winning wing combo. Yeah. And this is meant to be. Ever since ISL 2015, they have been apart.
Yeah. So I think if Kerala has a chance, take them.
Yeah. But I don't really think Kerala will go for two Indian wingers of that sort. They will usually go for the foreigners to be heading most of the attack. But I'll tell you who can take them. Tata is a good place. Yeah. Delhi, will they go for two Indian wingers? Northeast United, why not?
Exactly.
Why not Northeast United take Jackie Chand and Satya Sen? Just live up to your name.
Yeah, just take
you have not spent on the Indian players. Both the players that they have retained.
Roland Borges and TP Renish.
Yeah. None of them are from Northeast. So bring this duo back. At Royal Wyandotte, they delivered a performance of a lifetime, and they have not played together ever since because ISL tore them apart.
So
now ISL's redemption can happen.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan and
Satya Sen who better but Northeast to do that?
Exactly. Arata Izumi as well. I think whoever gets the chance will take him. Atletico de Kolkata might take him. Pune City might take him back as well. Sanju Pradhan for 30 lakhs. That's also another good pick. I sort of want Northeast United to go for really good Northeast names now. Yeah, and if you get a good winger combo for 1.05 crore, that's good. Sanju Pradhan, experience in your side, because anyway you're gonna have a lot of young players coming in. Good. All the new players coming in from Aizawl FC. Yeah, champion players.
Yeah,
wearing gold medals still. Probably still that mark is there on their neck. Pick them up. Lalchuan Fela. There's Laltuan Mavia Ralte. There's Chuantea. Everybody. should go to Northeast United. Lal Ruathara, 25 lakhs. Player like him. How was he playing for India under 23?
Ah.
Lal Ruathara.
Amazing.
Just those tackles.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Zoming Liana Ralte.
I think
as
Northeast should really fight for these players from
Yeah.
there. Knowing the fact that's exactly fair point by Chiranjit, and like to repeat it, since you've not spent on the retentions by from players from Northeast, here is your chance. Just fight. Just take them back, and you can then probably live up to what you say. Northeast United.
See, I am throwing a name for Northeast United. Thoy Singh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice if they can get him in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever they come in, third
Yeah.
round or whatever.
And if he's still there, I mean, definitely. He's had a game time, though he had a bad season with the team had a bad season, but he had a good game time, okay? And he was, wherever he went, he was a fan favourite. So I think there you have it. It would be a great pick there. Now, coming to, we have Mumbai City FC. Who do you think? They've retained Amrinder Singh, Sainath Singh, and the under-21 player Rakesh Oram. Who do you think Mumbai City is going for?
They must
Ashutosh
try to
and
get in
Jayesh.
some Mumbai FC players, please.
Jayesh and
Represent-
Ashutosh.
Yeah, just get them.
Yeah, they are a combination. They are
Yeah,
package.
another combination over
Yeah.
there. So probably
They
just-
would want to go together to one team. They've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, just like we said, Northeast taking Jackie Chan and Satya Sen. Well, here you have Mumbai City as a chance to take these two players, knowing that, again, to repeat what Chiranjit said, the gold medal players from the champion team who are part of the ISL draft. I think, Mumbai City should go for him. Go for both of them, I guess, because Ashutosh, a great defender. He's played, he's known the conditions and everyone, and Jayesh can be as good as we've seen him. We've seen him in the past, and so let's see. That's interesting. Yeah.
And maybe some Tamil Nadu flavor in Chennai in FC finally.
Yeah.
Please, Dharmaraj Ravanan.
They are the last ones who will enter the draft.
Yeah.
Chennai and FC.
I don't
Yeah.
think Dharmaraj Ravanan is going to be picked by anybody else.
So I mean, Chennai and FC finally they have just like Bengaluru have taken all the names, whichever you need. Seniors retained JJ and Karanjit, under 21 Jerry and Anirudh Thapa. I mean, jackpots, right? Look at the under 21 players. It's like you're looking at a dish and it's saying, wow, it's delicious because Jerry and Anirudh Thapa. I mean, who else but Chennai would know how good and how effective they can be, because we've seen them in the past. They've been amazing. They still continue the momentum. Chennai FC have really backed jackpot here.
Yeah, definitely. And for the first time, it looks like they're building on a. I don't know if I should use the word legacy, but yeah, they're trying to.
Somebody has got the word here. To an ISL team, mind you, folks.
Yeah, but anyway, I always thought Chennai FC should build on the legacy of Tamil Nadu football that's been there, but has not found any representation in recent years.
Vadu has always been one of the key players for Chennai and FC. He was handed the captain armband while playing for them. Vadu came in for Mumbai FC in the I-League a bit late on.
The dictator.
So he might be a pick that again, there will be some part of the ISL team management that would want to keep the players that were good, that had good relations with the fan.
Right.
That really helps bring up the fans
Right.
to the stadium.
Once
so
again,
Vadu
right.
is one of that in that category.
But if I'm just wondering, if they spend 43 lakhs on Vadu, will they spend 50 lakhs on Dharmaraj? I doubt. So let's see.
Just to see the local.
But let's
flavor
play.
of
Let's
the
I
play
think they
a-
will might see everybody. All ISL teams will try to get in the defense and the midfield complete with the draft. So it's the forward line that will be attract most price, and that will be given to the foreigners.
Most of them are actually like the good Indian foreigners forwards have already been retained.
Yeah.
Right. Except Balwant Singh and some of the younger ones. So yeah, I want to play a game with you guys. I'm just gonna say a name and say two teams you pick. Reno Hunto, Kerala Blasters or Bengaluru FC?
Tough.
Kerala Blasters,
Kerala
go for
Blasters,
it.
yeah,
Get the
yeah,
Mallu
yeah,
Connect. Get everyone on board.
Aibola Khongji, Northeast United or Atletico de Kolkata?
Northeast United.
Mumbai City FC.
Mumbai City.
Why not?
Okay, that is good. Isaac Valmal Soma.
I hope he doesn't get picked.
Why not? He will go back to Shillong Lajong then.
Let him play in the I-League. Let him develop over there, and let him get his chances again for national team call-up. But ISL will just put him down.
You think so?
Yes.
Come on, don't be so harsh on ISL teams. We've seen them giving chances
I've
to
got a soft
young
corner
players.
for Shillong, you know.
Yeah, there you go. State that. Don't blame the ISL teams. Caught you there, Kevin.
Brandon Fernandes, FC Goa?
I think they should.
Yeah.
They should definitely go for it.
He chose to play in the ISL rather than the European League. That is what he says.
Oh my goodness.
I think FC Goa should definitely go for them. Go for him.
Yeah,
We were
because
talking
talking about local talent.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. We're gonna get like some 40-50 players who will be unsold, and then they will be chased pretty big time by I-League clubs at like maybe 10-15 lakhs less than the price they wanted.
Yeah.
That'll be sad.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad.
That's the sad story of these draft system. Though we were having a good time, we know what's going to happen next, right? Not everyone's going to.
Everybody's looking at the jazzy picture, but you don't know what's happening to the players who will go unsold.
Exactly.
Yeah, for instance, let's take Manish Methani. Nothing special, 15 lakhs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has just brought his own price down, kept him at a low price just to make himself attractive to the franchises. If he does not get picked, then what? I-League clubs will say, hey, 15 lakh mein to nahi liya tumko kisi ne. So we won't give you more than 10 lakhs.
Yeah.
So his entire season's earnings are just getting jacked because of this. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Hopefully, this whole drama is
They should have completed the I-League transfers before they get it out.
Hey, you know what is going to be the official top division? Not I-League, okay? So
What? It's I-League is official top division.
what
no
is
matter
going
what
to
you
be,
do.
I'm saying? What is going to be? What is in
next
the
season,
race to
maybe.
be? So you never know, that's what the attraction is, So though AIFF says I-League is the top division league, well, the glamour is not there. Well, all the players want to play in ISL. It's nothing to do with. I mean, we are fighting over leagues these days. let's just hope that these players, whoever gets picked by the respective teams, get enough game time, and and that attracts them to be picked for the national team. So let's hope that process goes on like it's been going. So these were our picks. Yes, a lot of confusion because a lot of things are going to happen tomorrow evening. We'll know how.
See,
it
we don't
goes.
know the sequence of the picks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard for us to even take a call. Some team might want somebody, then somebody else just takes it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, we forgot about the instant card. What is that thing called?
Trade.
Instant
Trade
trade card.
Trade. Who will? I'm pretty sure if Reno Anto gets picked by either Bengaluru or Kerala Blasters or some third team, one of Bengaluru or Kerala Blasters might try to trade.
So these names, in the end, Chiranjit played a game with us. Probably those names will be the ones.
Will Robin Singh be attempted with a trade?
Yeah, you're saying if a team has Robin Singh, they would want to
give him away?
not in the team anymore. Please take him.
Anybody wants to trade, please put up your card.
I hope you listen to the show. Well, yeah, even the instant trade card thing, whatever they want to play, even that's pretty confusing.
I think the players should have a card.
Yeah, and so the teams,
Like-
the players.
we
No,
don't
no,
want to
no,
go
no.
over there.
No, yeah, they should have an SOS card. ठीक है मेरे को ये इधर नहीं जाना कोई आके मेरे को बचाओ
Yeah.
5 लाख कम
See,
लेगा
only if this was in the hands of the players, this whole draft
Yeah.
would have taken place, right? Exactly. I mean, if they would have put an amount and the agents does the talking, and then you fix and then you're in. So this whole draft would have been in the first place if it was in the players' hand. Let's hope this is the last time that you're talking about draft. This is the last season that you're talking, and henceforth we won't have to do all of this drama. Let's just play pure football.
So to finish with, I want to hear from you about one player and where do you want that player to go apart from these big names. So I'll start. I'll say Pranay Haldar, and I want to see him go to anywhere other than Atletico de Kolkata.
I think I want to see Subhashish Bose getting picked by one of the Northeast teams. If not ISL, at least somewhere in the Northeast.
Okay, so he might go unsold, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
He is a star player, but just unfortunate with the injuries that he's had. Had it not been for the injuries, he would have been a much bigger pick, and he would have made his place for sure in the national team.
Yeah.
I think Pranay Haldar, I don't know, maybe Kerala Blasters or I don't know, Bengaluru.
How about the guy you thought was foreign? Munmun Timothy Lagun.
I don't know, maybe Mumbai City would go for him. If
10 lakhs.
Yeah, because he was playing for them. If nobody else picks him, and if Mumbai City still has a purse to take one player, and I don't know, maybe Mumbai City.
I really hope, I'm with Kevin on this one. I hope Sana and Isaac go unsold. But they probably won't go unsold.
They won't. I mean, that'll be
Northeast
really
United
harsh.
should pick them up, actually.
Exactly. Northeast should take them. I mean,
At least
players
have some representation of Northeast.
But if they get picked by one of the heavyweight ISL teams, they will not get to play much. They will be benched.
That is the danger. That's the danger.
Yeah.
Let's see. It'll be fun to see all Northeast fight for the Northeast players. And like, now we are Northeast
They don't have
United.
to fight. Nobody has to fight. You just have to call out a name. That's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah,
Monkey
exactly.
could do it.
Well, with that we end our show. But the big this ISL draft is going to happen on Sunday, and we shall get you all the live updates. So for the TFG Football Twitter handle, you can also talk to us directly on Twitter. Chiranjit Oja, Boza _Kevin, Stitcher Matthew 94. Read up about all these stories. I know this is pretty much confusing. You can all read about these stories about the draft on our website, thefangrass.com. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get updates of a new episode. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think and which teams will go for which players, all the big names and the under 21, under 22 players. That's all, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll come back to you on Monday and talk about how the draft went. Cheers.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started atkt.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through atkt.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. atkt.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.